One of these exercises is wrong and can increase your chance of getting lower back pain. This is Coach Sean, and today we're talking about common mistakes made when doing kettlebells, particularly kettlebell swings. So we might see on different Instagram and Facebook posts and through different Google searches, when it comes to different exercises, some movements are called hinge movements and some involve more knee dominant movements. Knee dominant movements are more your squats, your lunges, different things like that, whereas your hinge movements are different kind of deadlifts, your different kind of barbell thrusts, and your kettlebell swings. So at the start I showed you two different kettlebell swings, one incorporated more of a squat and the other one was just primarily a hinge movement. You want to be doing a kettlebell exercise with more of a hinge movement, using that core to explode, to push the kettlebell out right back in. Everything's coming through your core, your glutes, you're snapping the hips forward, and that allows the kettlebell to swing out right back in. You're not using your arms to bring the kettlebell up high, you're not using your legs to push the kettlebell out, it's all in your core. Pretty much your backside, you just contract as hard as you can, snap those hips forward, let the kettlebell come out, right back, control back in, keep going again. By doing a squat on the kettlebell swing, it's more of a chaos kind of movement. It's more dynamic, and because you're squatting down, right back out, and the weight is not controlled enough, you can cause lower back pain by doing that. Especially if you start going with heavier weights. So try and use more of a hinge movement. Another common mistake is the positioning of your head. A lot of people have their head looking up, straight ahead as they push their hips out. We're losing that neutral spine when we do that. What we want is a straight line from the crown of our head right down to our tailbone. I should be able to put a bar on your back, and there should be a point of contact from your head, upper back, and your hips. Pretty much as if you're standing up. By putting your head back, you're losing that neutral alignment, and it's going to increase your chance of injury. So we want to have that neutral alignment when we're doing the kettlebell swing, deadlift, or any primarily hinge movements. I don't know why I keep doing hinge, because that's the actual term for it, so that's not necessary. How do you use bunny ears? What ways does it work? So the kettlebell swing is not an exercise for your shoulders, it's an exercise for your core, your glutes, to snap that kettlebell through. So if you're able to do a kettlebell swing and you're swinging that kettlebell up over your head and doing a big shoulder raise with it, your main problem is the kettlebell is just too damn light. You need a heavier kettlebell to get that swing in. The kettlebell should not be going above your shoulders. Sometimes if you're going with a lot of force pushing it out, it might get to that height in 1 or 2 reps. If you're doing 10, 15 reps and that's easily going over shoulder height, you need to get a heavier kettlebell and start using your core more instead of your shoulders to get that workout in. So to sum up this video, to do a correct kettlebell swing, you need the appropriate weight. Now that doesn't mean go find the heaviest kettlebell you can, ease into the weight, always check your ego at the door. So you want to have a kettlebell, you're able to use your hinge movement on your hips, so you're not squatting while doing it, push out using your hips, not your upper body. If you're able to do a shoulder raise, kettlebell up over your head, the kettlebell up over your head, that means that the kettlebell is too light for you. Get a heavier kettlebell so you're able to get 10, 15 good reps. And by good reps, that means you've got neutral spine, either you're not rounding your back or your head's not looking up. It's a straight line from your head down to your hips. Another tip, some people do kettlebell swings barefooted because it's easier to keep the heels down the ground, get more movement out of it rather than pushing the hips up off the ground, or have the elevated raise with some runners. So that's why you might see some people doing barefooted kettlebell swings as well. So that's pretty much it for me. Hopefully you guys got some value out of this video. And from Coach Sean, take care.